How did this bootstrapped founder use LinkedIn to scale to 2 million in annual revenue in under 6 months?
50 million by the end of this year was like crazy, but somehow now it appears as though we're ahead of schedule.
While companies with $75 million in funding had to shut down.
I'm gonna make this video about losing $75 million and more than a couple friends in my last company.
Well, founders with just a few thousand followers are turning their LinkedIn following into 6 and 7 figures of revenue for their businesses. Well, they are using a powerful strategy that's accelerating their growth like never before. And I'm going to show you what that is and how to use it in your business, even with a tiny LinkedIn following. But before we get there, let me show you why standing out matters more than ever. Well, over the last 10 years, the software landscape has exploded. The creator economy keeps booming, and competition is at an all-time high. So how do you carve out your niche? How do you grow and stand out without a massive budget? Well, Arno, co-founder of CRM software Break Cold, faced this exact challenge. Competing with giants like HubSpot or Pipedrive seemed impossible. But he had a secret weapon. He focused on building his audience on LinkedIn and offering consistent value every single day. And his company kept growing and growing. His strategy wasn't about outspending the competition because he couldn't. It was about out-connecting them. He turned LinkedIn conversations into revenue by showing his audience exactly how they can do the same with his tool. So how can you build a LinkedIn audience that not just connects with you, but converts? That's where my price framework comes in. A step-by-step system to transform your founder brand into a revenue generation machine. But first, you need to stand out. And the first P of price will solve this. You are competing with millions of other founders on LinkedIn. So if your LinkedIn profile doesn't instantly show exactly what you do, you risk getting ignored. So think of your LinkedIn profile as like a mini website for your brand. Your headline grabs attention. The banner builds instant connection. And the profile pictures shows who's behind the business. Then you have the About section to tell your story and resonate with your audience, and the Featured section proves how you can do that. When you optimize your profile the right way, you essentially get a 24/7 sales rep doing all the work for you. And this is what I call presence. But what's the point of getting a perfect LinkedIn profile if no one is visiting it? So in this next step, I'll show you exactly how to drive targeted traffic to your profile. Take a look at these 3 posts coming from Adam. He's not sharing stuff about politics, about the economy, and it's not a random meme either. He's reporting on what's happening inside his company and sharing its insights with the audience. But how do you go about finding the right inputs that drive people to your hidden funnel? Well, you need to tap into the 5 personal levers. This is the exact framework I use to extract relevant insights from founders of 7 to 9 figure companies. Stories, point of view, experiences, data, and personality hints are the 5 levers that you need to leverage. And these are the things that no competitor can copy from you. So now, how can you go from these relevant inputs to actually building an audience on LinkedIn? If you look at Adam Robinson or Arnaud, you'll see they are putting together their most relevant insights in the form of content. I mean, let's not just call it content, it's impactful content. Because nowadays, content is a commodity because generative AI can generate, 100 million word piece of content in just 5 seconds. But that doesn't mean it's going to translate into revenue for your business. So the content you create needs to be rooted in your relevant inputs and help your ideal buyers go from a problem to an outcome that they desire. Now, what you want to do next is turn this impactful content into actual revenue generating opportunities. And just waiting for opportunities to knock on your door is not the best strategy, especially if you're just starting out. That's why you need to incorporate the 30-15-5 opportunity stacking. You just need to find 30 peers that post on LinkedIn, find 15 influencers that attract similar audiences, and then find 5 ideal buyers that post on LinkedIn. Then with your 50 list, what you need to do is to engage regularly with their content and on the DMs, meaning actually exchanging messages and building relationships. This engagement strategy will put you in front of your ideal buyers much more often, and it is crucial if you want to then turn them into opportunities. This is what I call capitalizing on opportunities, and what founders making a ton of money on LinkedIn are doing. Because the truth is that building your LinkedIn presence as a new founder is one of the activities with the highest leverage. But it's not the only one. Arnaud took his presence from LinkedIn and expanded it to YouTube. He also runs a regular newsletter with product updates and asks regularly for product feedback. Adam Robinson attends in-person events, has a YouTube presence, and constantly hops on other people's podcasts. Because once you build a strong LinkedIn presence as a founder, you can essentially leverage all the work that you've been doing for months and months and expand it to other platforms where your ideal audience is hanging out. YouTube, podcasting, in-person events, everything is an option as long as they are there. And this will be part of your expansion flywheel. So if you're not willing to pay the price of mediocrity or being eaten alive by your competitors, you need to be like these new founders and build yourself a strong brand that makes money for your company. And if you want to know the exact LinkedIn post that can help you build your LinkedIn brand as well as generate revenue for your business, you need to check this video right now.